I'm here with Rosie today, as you can see, and today's video is going to be a video that a lot of people have been waiting for, and that is because it is on how I edit my Instagram pictures and my YouTube videos. So I'm going to start off with how I edit my Instagram pictures, because it's not going to take as long as explaining the whole process of uploading and editing YouTube videos and thumbnails and things like that. So I'm going to talk about all the different programs that I use, the equipment that I use, everything like that. So if you don't already follow me on Instagram, I actually have 2 accounts. One is obviously for Rosie and my other one is for more personal photos, so you can pick and choose between which ones you want to check out. I'll leave you links to both of them in the description, so make sure you check those out, because I'm going to be showing you how I edit my pictures for both accounts, because I do use different sorts of programs and different equipment. Okay, so we're going to get started. Okay, so for my Instagram pictures I use 2 things which I've just got here for you today. The first thing, which I'm sure a lot of you will find a lot more interesting, so I have this Nikon, which is it's a Nikon Coolpix S8000, I don't even know what the name is. My granddad gave this to me. It's so good for Instagram pictures, the quality is really good, and it's also actually really good for vlogging, but I just kind of use my main channel camera really. So I generally use this for Rosie's Instagram, and when I don't use this camera I use just my iPhone 6s Plus, because again the camera quality on this is like the best. So most of my pictures on Instagram are from this, and then the more high quality ones are from this. So I'm going to show you how I edit pictures with this, because this one's going to be a little bit more difficult. Basically with this one I just take the picture, transfer it to my phone, and then just edit as I usually would do, which I'm going to show you in a second. So as you can see, Rosie's flopped out, which gives me a great opportunity to take a picture of her, so I'm going to show you how I do that. So obviously I just go on the usual camera setting. Now because I post square pictures on Instagram, I just swipe to the square layout, so it just takes the picture as a square, so I don't have to like crop anything out, because that gets really annoying. So like that. Okay, so when it comes to editing, I actually have a few different apps in my photography folder, and this is just where I keep all of my editing things. So for Rosie's Instagram I go on to PhotoGrid. This is like one of my favourite apps. You can make collages or just simply edit your pictures. So I go on to the photo editor. Sorry about the weird photos. I choose the picture that I took of Rosie, and then I go on to filters, because I always use the same filter most of the time, unless obviously I put a picture in black and white. I swipe to the filter that I normally use, and the filter that I use is called SC2, which is this one. It just adds contrast, brightens it a little bit, and if it looks a little bit too bright, like it does now, like Rosie's white fur is kind of washed out and way too bright, I just put it down to 50. And as you can see, it looks so much better. So I just click save, as you normally would do. And then I go ahead on to Instagram. And as you can see, this is our page. I go to upload a picture, and Instagram actually lets you edit on here, but because I've already done it, what I usually do is I just sharpen it a little bit, just to make the picture a little bit more clearer, a little bit more sharper, and then I go ahead and post the picture. Editing my Instagram pictures for Rosie's page is pretty straightforward. Now I go into a lot more depth and detail with my personal Instagram, because I like to add collages and things, so I'm going to show you how I edit those ones, which is for my personal page. For my personal, I like literally rarely ever use this one. I just do everything on my phone, because it's so straightforward, simple and easy, but yeah, it looks so effective and looks like you spent ages on it, where in actual fact you probably spent about 2 minutes on the picture. So I'm going to show you really quickly how I edit my personal photographs for my personal page. So I've just gone ahead and chosen a random picture that I haven't actually uploaded. This was from when I went to Turkey. It was just like on the beach, so I'm going to use that picture today. So I'm going to go ahead on to Photo Grid again. Now for pictures of myself, like selfies and things like that, I like to collage them. Well, I like to collage a lot of things really, so I'm going to show you two types of pictures that I upload and how I edit them. So I go on to the grid section. Now I actually have some pictures on here that I don't really want to show you. So here is the picture, and I take two, I click it twice and go on to next. So as you can see, there is basically two pictures, and a lot of people like this style, but I know a lot of people don't like it. I really like this style, so I use it a lot. So sometimes I'll leave it like this, or I'll go on to the layout and I'll do that or something, you know, I'll just pick and choose randomly as I want to. In this case it kind of looks a little bit boring, so sometimes I'll change the direction of the picture, or I'll change how it's laid out, you know, something like that. So if we just go on to save, I don't add filters or anything on it yet. So if you just go onto my personal page, here it is. As you can see, I really like how my page looks. As you can see, we've got all the different designs and things that I've done. I took that on my Nikon. I think that's like the only picture I've taken on that. So if we go on upload, as you can see, the picture is there, and I love these filters. I think they're so nice. And the filter that I actually use a lot is called, I think it's called Aiden or something, and it adds a really nice kind of like washed out tone to your pictures. As you can see, this was the original and this is with the filter. I think it's really nice, and I wish I could upload that picture now. I might upload it, I'm not too sure yet. Again, I just kind of like sharpen the picture just to make it a little bit more kind of HD, I guess. And then sometimes I'll increase the brightness and contrast. As you can see, that looks a little bit dodgy now, so I just leave that like that. I'm gonna screenshot it just in case I do upload it. Okay, there is actually another way that I edit my Instagram pictures. I'm just gonna go ahead and find a picture that would be good. I need a picture of one of the horses. I'm gonna use this picture. This picture is actually already on my Instagram. Oh, that worked, didn't it? Picture is actually already on my page. I'll show you what it looks like. Here it is. I'm going to show you how I get that blurred out border effect. So instead of going on to Photo Grid, I go onto an app called Instaz, and I've been using this app for a long time, and it's another one of my absolute favourites. So I go on to the photo editor and find the picture that I want to use, which is this one, and then I go on to border and blur. Now sometimes I don't blur the image out. If the image looks good, then I'll just leave it like that, but I kind of prefer this a little bit blurred. Now for me that is way too blurred, so I go down to about 2 and then I'd be happy with that. So I just go on save. Oh, loads of ads pop up. And then I just save it to my library. Then we just go through the whole process of adding filters. So I'm gonna go with Ludwig. That really suits that one. And then just sharpen up the picture. And then it's ready to post. So that is just briefly how I edit 3 styles of my Instagram pictures for both of my pages. I hope you found that bit really helpful. So now I'm going to move on to how I edit my YouTube videos and my YouTube thumbnails. So for my YouTube videos, I use a Samsung HMX F80 to film. I just use a regular tripod. I'm actually going to take a picture of basically what I'm surrounded by. This is what I can see right now. That is literally all that I use. I think natural lighting is so good. I love using natural lighting, and my camera has different settings on so that I can brighten up the screen anyway, which I find really helpful. I have a ring light, but they're better for makeup videos, so obviously I don't do those. Okay, so I always get asked questions about the video editor that I use, and I use Sony Vegas Pro 11. I bought it in 2012, I think. Yeah, I bought it in 2012. I think it was like 70 or 80 pounds. So everyone will be thinking, oh my god, that's so expensive, but for a decent editor, that is how much they are. Like, most editors are over £50, so Sony Vegas is definitely one of my favourites. It's got literally everything you need on there to make a video. There's loads of advanced editing things on there which I haven't taught myself how to use, and I've had it for years. So yeah, I'm going to show you Sony Vegas pretty soon. When I film my videos, I like to have little notes nearby, so I just write down video ideas and things that I need to mention in the video just in here. I just do this in my spare time, like while I'm waiting for a video to finish rendering or uploading, so I just have this around with me. So when I edit my YouTube thumbnails, I use a program online called PicMonkey. This is like so popular around YouTube. I think most people use PicMonkey, to be honest, and it's free. You do have to pay for the royal features, but there's literally everything you need there already anyway. So when taking pictures for my YouTube thumbnail, I either use this, or I just take actual snapshots from the video, or I just use like a combination from here and from... I edit my thumbnails after I finish editing the video, so I edit the video beforehand. Video editing is pretty simple, you know, you can add any effects you want to. I'm only going to show you kind of like how I edit my PicMonkey pictures, because, you know, video editing, you just put the files in, you add your transitions, alter the volume if you need to, add music. It's pretty straightforward, and I haven't really taught myself the more advanced things about Sony Vegas, which I probably should do, but I just don't have the time right now. So, and then once you've edited your video, you render it, and then it transfers it to a file which you can then upload to YouTube. So pretty straightforward. So I'm going to take a few pictures of Rosie and show you how I edit my YouTube thumbnails. Okay, so before we edit our YouTube thumbnails, we obviously need to send our pictures from the phone to my computer. So I just go onto my iCloud and just add all of the pictures in. So I'm just going to add 4 in so that I can show you the basic thumbnail that I make. So there we've got 4 pictures of Rosie, which gets sent from my phone to the computer, and it's gone. I send them all by actual size so that they're not too small or too big, if you get what I mean, so sometimes it takes a little bit longer depending on how big the files are. So now we're going to go ahead to the computer so that I can show you how I edit my... there it is. Okay, so this is PicMonkey, and this is what I use to make the collage for my YouTube thumbnails. So I just go onto the collage bit, and depending on how many pictures I've got, I go ahead and choose the right layout for me. So I'm just choosing the 4 squared grid one. So once my collage is done, I go onto the photo editor of PicMonkey and I add any effects and things that I need to, just to make the picture look a bit more appealing. So I add different shapes of different colours or different fonts, and again, it's pretty straightforward actually. It's really good what PicMonkey can do, and it actually leaves the files which are big enough for the YouTube thumbnail size, which is so good. So Rosie's just hopped away, I'm really sorry about that. But I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you've got any more questions about how I edit my videos, Instagram pictures or the YouTube thumbnails, just leave your comments below and I'll try and answer them as best as I can. So again, thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!